Christian McCaffrey, the new player, the savior for the 49ers offense. He was great before the bye week. He was just destroying the Rams. And then the Niners were up big, and he kept getting the ball, and I felt it was like the one off note of the game. Too many touches for Christian McCaffrey in a blowout, 27. That can't ever happen again, ever. They don't need it to happen. No, I'll take it back. If they need him to have 27 touches in a playoff game, by all means, do what you got to do in a playoff game, but not in October against the Rams, who suck. Look at the schedule. The Niners can win these games while using Christian McCaffrey in a moderate, prudent way, and then unleash him in the playoffs, because if he's hurt by then, even a little bit, the chances of winning are way lower. That's a pretty easy one. Don't give him the ball 27 carries in a regular season game that you're winning by a lot.
I 100% agree with you, Iggy. And I would also point out he is a marvelous running back who can catch. And he is very deceptive. He can avoid tackles, but he's not a big guy. No. And if you keep running him, every run is a risk. He's been hurt a lot. And he's a special weapon, and you want to be able to keep him special. So I agree with you. I guess it's interesting. There's a little theme that we have going here is, Kyle, with Debo and Christian, you have really special athletes. Use them prudently and don't overuse them.
Right, and I think there's a risk of Kyle overusing McCaffrey, because when he made the trade, the one criticism of the trade was you gave up too much. This is too expensive for a running back. How can you justify this trade? Well, the person who made the trade is the person who calls the plays, and he can justify it by making Christian McCaffrey the offensive player of the week like he did last week. 3 touchdowns, 180 yards. Well, that's great, but you don't need to justify this trade. First of all, you can't justify the trade with performances in the regular season. It's a Super Bowl. That's the goal. So don't try to beef up his stats by running him in the fourth quarter when you don't have to. Just if you get him through a game and you win and he's healthy, that's the win. That's all you need. That's the way I look at it.
And also in the fourth quarter, if you weigh up in a game, use the rookie. What's the point? What do you have them for if you don't use them? Right. It's the same thing. Last year, he could have used Trey Lance in situations, and he doesn't.
Right.
So we're really suggesting, Kyle, that when it's garbage time, get your good players out and get your other young players on the field.
Right. And the thing is, you just traded Jeff Wilson Jr. because you felt your backfield was too deep and too talented to have him on the team. Jeff Wilson Jr. is really good, played well for the Dolphins this year. Don't tell me that Christian McCaffrey is the only person you trust up big in the fourth quarter. You have Elijah Mitchell coming back. He's never fumbled in his entire career, and you just pushed Jeff Wilson Jr. off the roster to make room for him. Use him as the battering ram up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, not McCaffrey. That's all I'm saying.
I'm with you.